Riverside.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It is GQ, your co-host here at Live from the Bench. And I am joined today by another one of the greatest co-hosts of all time, the Boulevardian of the Galaxy, Boulevard. What's up, guy?
Living the dream.
I'm sorry.
When people say they don't want to get into too much detail about everything, no, I'm good. I'm good. I'm amazing. I'm fantastic.
I mean, I figured, since trendy is a thing, I should probably have said it this way. What's up, brother? Well, my screen wouldn't allow me to do a finger. It's like, what's up, brother? You don't get it.
Well, no.
Oh, okay. It'll probably be too much to explain. I'm sure everybody else who are watching, they probably know exactly what I'm talking about.
Well, then they can explain it to Miss Laney because they got time while they're sitting there listening. What's good, everybody? Y'all know why you're here. It's us Live from the Bench here to do what we do.
Yes, you're here. You're here for the excellent. What do we used to call it when we first start this? Mouth music, or it was like
no diddy,
no diddly. Yeah. So, without further ado, we're gonna get into a couple topics. We're gonna lead this thing off with Boulevard. It's gonna ask some questions about the NFL draft. He's gonna ask some shoot questions, and I'm just gonna be like, right off the dome, I'm gonna answer them. I didn't do any research prior, so if he's like, I didn't practice the questions. So whatever question he asks, I have to straight from the heart and here just immediately answer it. So let's get it.
All right. And with that said, anybody out there listening, feel free to comment if you have a different answer than his or the same, agree, disagree, what have you. Be sure to let me know what you think too.
Of course. Yeah. And before you guys listen to us answer questions, I'm going to give you about 5 to 10 seconds to go ahead and hit the like button, the subscribe button if you're not already there, and hit the ding-a-ling and make that thing ding-a-ling, if you know what I mean. All right, Boulevard, you go right ahead.
All right. I'll follow that up somehow. All right. First question. It's kind of a scenario thing. Let's say Eagles, same roster, went 2-15 last season, got the first pick. God forbid, knock on wood, all that good stuff. Who would be the first pick if you were the Eagles coach?
The Eagles were going 2-15. You have to draft somebody.
But you can't, you can't. Everybody's still where they are right now, same roster as it stands today.
As it stands right now, or before changes? Right now,
going into the draft.
Right now, I'm going best available. I mean, got to, and I'm taking Marv.
Okay,
I'm taking MJ. I'm taking Junior.
I guess there really isn't much of an answer question there, huh?
But however, if I wanted,
go on.
Like if I wanted to. But if I didn't want to go for the obvious pick, I want to go for a need, I'm going Chop Robinson.
Ooh, I like that one. At number one, though? I don't know. Maybe Verse from Florida State?
You could go Verse. Let me see it. I don't even have my my draft board ahead of me, but I would go with one of those edge defenders, one of those top edge guys.
Right.
That's probably where I'd go. If not there, I'll definitely go after one of those big body corners. But again, some of those guys are late picks that are projected to go later. So yeah, I'd probably say if I'm not grabbing one of those big top edge rushers, me personally, I'm going with that receiver. Like you can't draft and not grab a guy like Marvin Harrison Jr.
No.
If he's on the board.
Most
He's on the
logical.
board, you got to take him. Forget any other need, you got to take him.
He's number one player on most everybody's board, as far as I can tell.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess he would be the runaway pick. All right. Then say another draft question. Again, y'all feel free to answer too. Who are the 3 players you would trade up for in this draft? If you were in the Eagles spot right now.
From the Eagles spot.
Or your team spot out there. Oh well.
You know what? Because you're going to make me have to do it. If I have to trade up. All
right. I guess I'll put some sound in there while we. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
See, it's hard because are you looking at what the Eagles need?
Yeah, it's mostly defensive in depth.
Yeah. So PFF has Cooper DeJean at 8. I'd move up for Cooper DeJean. I'd move up for him. If the defensive back position is really a problem,
might actually be there in the Eagles pick.
I think he's still going to be there.
For the Eagles, yeah.
I think he's still going to be there.
Yeah.
But honestly, with the Philadelphia Eagles roster, I don't see anybody worth drafting. I don't see anybody in the top 10 that the Eagles need to move up for. I'd say Nate Wiggins is probably the guy that the Eagles go after. If it's not Cooper DeJean, it's probably Nate Wiggins. I say now, if Cooper DeJean is off the board, you move. I think what happens is, if Nate Wiggins is off the board, you move up to that next pick to grab Cooper DeJean.
Okay. You think it's more likely to trade up or trade down?
Say again?
More likely to trade up or trade down? Trade up.
I think Nate Wiggins will drop to I think Nate Wiggins will fall to the Eagles. I think Cooper DeJean will also still be on the board as well. The person I feel like will probably get picked up, will get drafted, which it doesn't say that on the board. Well, yeah, I feel like Kool-Aid will probably get picked up before Wiggins, and that's mainly his size. But those 3 guys are the ones that, if I'm Philadelphia, I'm looking at one of them. If I'm Philadelphia, I'm looking at Cooper DeJean because he can play both the safety and corner spot, and definitely the slot. I'm looking at for him for that because he gives you a certain amount of versatility. I'm looking at him. Nate Wiggins is a guy who's I think you can be a little bit more confident in his ability than what James Bradberry put out last year. Because I'm pretty much the way Bradberry, and I don't think Bradberry is a bad corner. I just feel like the situation in the Super Bowl.
It was definitely a bad corner last.
Yeah, I feel like the Super Bowl it's like, when something bad happens and it really affects you, and you think
he got the yip?
Yeah, I feel like that's exactly what it was. I feel like he never recovered from it. I don't think he got past it. Like, everything he was saying was Juju Smith-Schuster. And I hate to say it, that he's feeling the and he's not getting past it.
He's seeing shadows. He got PTSD.
Yeah, and I think and that's a problem, because I see the same thing with Ronald Darby. When he was in Philly, he got torched, and it was that was him for the rest of his career. Like, that's who he is. That is who he is. He's the guy that got burnt. So, yeah, I'd say if I'm going to trade up, I'm trading up for one of the corners. I wouldn't. Yeah. Yeah.
I was going to say, I'll save that one. I got one. I'll save it for the draft, though. For our live draft stream, that you can all come deal with us on draft.
Oh yeah, Boulevard will have more questions. I'll even probably get some questions to throw in there. We'll probably have some guests. I'm not going to count on it, but we might have some guests for our live stream.
Right. Got another one. Who's the first quarterback to win a championship?
First quarterback to win a championship. The first quarterback in this draft?
Mm-hmm.
None of them. I don't think any of them win championships as starters.
Oh,
none of them. Because all the teams that are drafting these quarterbacks are hot garbage. Now, Chicago, if they're Chicago won't be winning a championship with Eberflus or whatever his name is as the head coach. You get rid of him, maybe I'll start talking. You get rid of him as your head coach, maybe I can have a little bit more faith in the Chicago Bears. The Chicago Bears aren't necessarily a bad team. They have a really bad coach and a really bad GM.
They look much better offensively this year, at least.
Yes, but I feel like they gotta get the right coaching staff. That's what I think it is. I think 100% Justin Fields' decline had everything to do with head coaching and not so much his talent. Because I think he has the talent. He has the size.
On why they put too much in the offense this year.
I have a theory too. They wanted to attract him. Yeah. I feel like Caleb Williams is going to make us.
They spent so long giving Fields nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And they just shipped him away because something, a prettier package came along. One that paints his nails and has a Hello Kitty phone case. So defend the fact that they screwed up with Fields, and we all know they screwed up with Fields.
Yes.
They said now they've got all this effort that they're putting into bringing in players, offensive actual weapons, potential weapons, like an actual offense, or something in Chicago that resembles an actual offense. And of course, they're bringing in this new quarterback with the Hello Kitty glove case, phone case, and they're putting him in there. So they want him to look as good as possible. So, point is, so they can say that it was Justin Fields, not Chicago, not either.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
It took a long way to get there, but I got there. That's my theory. How many of you have a theory or feel the same way?
Yeah, I feel the same way. I feel like they made such a bad error with Justin Fields, and they had to do something, because if they would have come in and Caleb Williams was garbage, because I don't think Caleb Williams is a bad quarterback. I don't think he's a bad quarterback, but I think he's the quarterback that's going to be like, he's going to throw everybody under the bus if they look bad. Justin Fields was like the silent type, so if his coaches started fucking him over, he wasn't going to talk bad about him in the media. Caleb Williams' entire camp, he will say it to them, and they will say it to the media, and that's where the questions, and that's the firestorm right there. And I feel like they had to 100% make every effort for it to be all on Caleb Williams. That's what they did. They wanted to 100%, because if they fucked up this right here and drafted a bad quarterback drafted a quarterback and they fail to succeed, it's not on Eberflus, it's not on polls, it's on Caleb. But guess what? If they all fail again, regardless if it was Caleb Williams throwing bad passes, that staff is gone, because they're not gonna get rid of Caleb. They're not gonna make that mistake again. They're not gonna do that again and let y'all trade away my future. They're gonna say, Poles, you're gone. Eberflus, you're gone. We're gonna get somebody new in here. That's what's gonna happen. I think that's what happened. They 100% had to do everything and put all the weapons around them, because that's what the argument was. They didn't put the weapons around Justin for Justin to succeed, and they can't make the same mistake, because now it's going to be obviously them.
Well said, yeah. All right. Yeah. I had other questions, but I think I'm going to hold off on those.
Okay.
All right. Let's move on to the next topics.
the next topics. Football players drive like assholes.
Word. Pretty blunt.
Y'all drive like assholes. It's like Ruggs, Carter, Rice, Austin at Oregon. What's the guy named Dante Stallworth? Killed the guy. Been drunk. Like it's just so weird. Football players
Also,
drive
the
like
dude
that.
on the Cowboys a couple years back, practice squatter, preseason, ran somebody who had an accident. There was Andy Reid's kid. I think you said that.
Yes, Andy Reid's.
Yeah, it's a problem. You're right.
Yeah. How do you address this? How? Look, who else? Pat Mahomes dead. I mean, he's not a football player. But like, the connection to the game of football is just full of bad freaking drivers. Shit. Aaron Rodgers and Danica Patrick, if you want to further connect driving to football, like, that's not funny. I'm sorry. I'm not calling Danica Patrick a bad driver. She just chose Aaron Rodgers. Anyway.
No, she couldn't have been a bad driver. She just wasn't winning at what she did. No shout out to Danica Patrick.
No shout out to Danica Patrick. But it's just like the whole premise that, like, these guys are driving and they're driving like they have no sense whatsoever. Because, like, 100% driving under the influence, driving to excessive speeds, crashing, causing pileups, people dying, racing. Like, this is a problem. And I feel like we're not, well, it's not my job to address it. I'm not a person of any kind in a position and any organization to say anything, but right here at Live from the Bench, at First Scrimmage Media, I have my position and I can speak on it in a journalistic way, just like you speak on it in a journalistic way. I say it's a problem and it has to be addressed by the people up there. Not in heaven. I'm talking about the people in the executive branches of these organizations. It's just a problem. And they worry about the wrong things, which we'll get into with like another thing that they're just hammering down on, but they're not hammering down on this.
Gotta say, I missed a lot of that. Were you talking about the freshman from Oregon?
Yes. Yeah, I was trying to find a segue into that top story and give us.
Well, I guess that works, huh? That was a good one. I'll tell you, I'm a natural.
Yeah, he is the natural. Ladies and gentlemen, the journalistic way, Boulevardian of the Galaxy. Yeah, he's Boulevardian of the Galaxy today. He's not Boulevard.
No. I'm forever your superhero. All of you.
Gross.
And I will mostly protect you, but not the other ones.
Gross. You got the details?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oregon redshirt D-bag has been arrested by police for an alleged hit-and-run accident on April 15th. The collision apparently killed one person. I don't know how it apparently killed somebody. The collision killed somebody, according to police on Wednesday. He has been charged with felony hit-and-run. The Eugene Police Department said that they are investigating the hit-and-run at West 4th and Oak that occurred on April 15th around 9:10 p.m. Update continued. Dalen Amir Austin, age 19, this is how people in Oregon talk, has been initially charged with felony hit and run. This is a complex investigation, and the EPD is still gathering information to be submitted to the Lane County District Attorney's Office for the final judging decision. Austin, a defensive back and D-bag, preparing for his second season with the Ducks after signing in 2023, was a borderline 100 player in his signing class. He was the 109, that's not borderline, that's 109, according to the On3 industry ranking, earning 4 stars and being 109 and being recruited by a number of national powers. He appeared in 3 games for the Ducks as a true freshman and was apparently vying to crack the starting lineup as a nickel corner. Womp, womp, womp. Okay. So yeah, idiots, ladies and gentlemen.
All right,
Yeah,
so
boy, a couple of weeks back, I'm drawing a blank on the ball. Rashee Rice, that moron.
yeah,
Like, why y'all being so reckless with this shit? I noticed a trend. A lot of them, they're young.
yes,
One like Rice was young, Ruggs was young. Everyone back, it would be similar. This dude's a redshirt freshman, so he's what, 19, maybe 20? Idiot. Like, how are you making these stupid decisions already in life? This does not bode well for your future if you're already making reckless ass decisions like, yeah, we're going to do this, and if something goes wrong, fuck it. Then why are you fucking your shit up like that? You got a future.
Mm-hmm.
You done been given an opportunity that a lot of people don't get the same opportunity. People that may deserve it more than you do. People that couldn't afford to go to camps or get attention on themselves. They can make film. But there's people out there that get overlooked for players like you, and you waste that opportunity by going out there and driving like a fucking idiot and killing somebody. This is to every one of them that did this dumb shit, because I don't understand it. You have an opportunity to uplift everyone you know and love, along with yourself, to a level that you can't even imagine yet. You have like generational wealth, where your family doesn't have to worry about their futures, they don't have that struggle anymore. Did you fuck it up because you want to drive fast? Does that make sense to anyone out there? You want to fuck it up because you want to drive fast?
I want to go fast.
It ain't that fucking serious. Shit. All right, that's how I feel about it anyway. I feel like it's dumb as shit. Like, you're a damn fool if you do some shit like that. You're just a damn fool. I don't care how well you go run across the middle, how poor what your vertical is. You ain't got no fucking sense. Okay? Ain't no test for that they can find out until you prove it to all of us and yourself that you are a dumb motherfucker. When you do something like that, that's what you just said to the world. I'm a dumb motherfucker.
I'm a room in the bed.
You, all of you reckless driving assholes out there, are some dumb motherfuckers.
I wanted to point out something that from the story, like, which you emphasized, but it's just like, because you clarified, like, they said apparently someone died. Like, what?
Right.
Apparently someone died. You killed somebody. Somebody died.
Apparently, like, that clearly happened. Like apparently.
Someone died. No, somebody died. How dare someone die? How dare you? I'm Rashee Rice. How dare you? I just helped Pat Mahomes get to a Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, Rashee Rice. That dumb he ain't fuck his life up. He fucked his boys' life up too.
Yeah, now he gotta go start.
That man life far. Cause he hanging around with this idiot. Like you're in the NFL, you're my hero now. Being a fucking lanky, got that man life thrown away. Farnsworth.
Let me just say this. Boulevard, when this takes off, I do not want to see you driving a Lamborghini or Ferrari through the streets of Vermont.
Yeah, no. You will not. I can guarantee you will never see me in the front passenger driver's side of a Lamborghini. Never.
I'll be surprised.
I will have a driver.
Even around.
I will have a driver.
Exactly. I will have a driver as well. I'm not I'll probably never leave my house, to be quite honest.
Shit, I
actually, that's not true.
I love it.
Because somebody has to run first scrimmage. It'll probably be Boulevard. Boulevard will probably be like the Boulevard will probably run first scrimmage. I will be sitting in Aruba somewhere.
So yeah, what's next on the schedule?
Dak Prescott's accuser is dropping the case because she wants to go to another county to resubmit her accusation lawsuit of whatever. I don't know.
That's how people from Dallas talk. You want to tell the story? You have the link?
I have the link somewhere. Let me get it. Let me go get the link. Where are you, Link?
Right.
Link, where are you? That's the wrong story.
Feel free to do it in your Dallas voice.
My Dallas voice. All right,
Just
let me
look up
try.
the link.
That's not
All
the
right.
right thing.
You
Oh, there
know.
it is. There it is, right there.
Dude,
Dak
Cowboy
Prescott's
fans
accuser.
out there, motherfuckers.
Oh. Dak Prescott's accuser drops $100 million sexual assault lawsuit to refile in a neighboring county. The woman accusing Dak Prescott, I'm sorry, this is reported by Nikki Chavanel from Twitter, or whatever her article is. This says 5 Goots. Disgusting.
on
This
3
woman accusing Dak Prescott of SA from an encounter in 2017 has dropped the $100 million lawsuit, but according to her lawyer, Yoel Zahahi, they will be refiling the lawsuit in Collin County. The initial lawsuit, filed in Dallas County, accuses Prescott of SA, a woman in a vehicle in a parking lot of a Dallas area strip club. The Dallas Cowboys quarterback filed on his own lawsuit against his accuser in Collin County last month, claiming that she is extorting him. We wanted to have it all in Collin for the purpose of convenience. We still 1,000% keep pursuing the case. I'm not going to go ahead and read the whole story, but basically what it's saying is, well, you got something you want to put out? Do you have something? Because I'm about to take it home.
Just want to point out that it's not a civil lawsuit. The lawsuit is going to be based on, quote, other causes. Otherwise, mostly go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Basically, what's going on is the girl's trying to get some money. She's a stripper. So I'm going to say this right now. She 100%, I personally believe this young lady 100% was consent if it was the case. Now, I'm going to say this. I don't believe Dak Prescott was anywhere near this strip club. I don't believe this woman even knows Dak Prescott. I don't know. I'm just speculating from my end. I don't know nothing. But I'll say this. Dak Prescott said the young lady's accusing him. I mean, extorting him. I believe Dak Prescott, and I'm an Eagles fan. I don't believe he did it. OJ didn't do it. MJ didn't do it.
OJ did.
Coda didn't do it.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I didn't do it.
But the similarities are kind of there, are really there. What do you think? Like you just said? Like, it's suspicious enough that you two were in this situation to begin with. So, I mean, at that point, it's obviously going to become a he said, she said.
Oh, 100%.
And being human, we are, we tend to fall in line with people that we're familiar with, i.e. celebrities. So we tend to believe celebrities, even though we know they're just humans and they're as full of shit as the rest of us. However, as much as it goes against everything I stand for as a human, shout out to the human race. Love y'all. Don't get on my fucking nerves, though. It's hard not to believe him when he says that she's trying to extort him. Because, I mean, it's pretty much said, it does not say they're in a vehicle in a parking lot of a strip club. Why else would you be in a car in a parking lot of a strip club?
Yes.
What else would you be
100%.
doing?
Yes.
I mean, the way it's written kind of implies that she may or may not have been a dancer herself. I don't know that for certain. I don't want to make that assumption, but I'm not seeing anything that says otherwise. So if Dak Prescott and a stripper, a professional dancer, were in a backseat in the car outside a strip club. That's something right there. That's in there. Yeah, there might be something shaky here. So
Yeah,
she's standing on
100%.
shaky ground. It's hard to believe her because we have no basis to believe her. But that could also be why it happened, because Dakota himself might just be fully aware of that. But that's just it. Point is, it's questionable. And if I'm questioning it, and I'm pro feminism as it gets, then I'm sure a jury of peers will probably be hesitant to believe it also.
And here's another reason why I think this is crazy to me, and the reason why I think this is possible extortion, because 100 million is a huge number. That is a huge number.
I hope she get the best. I do hope she get it. I do hope she get paid from it, though. I really do.
Oh, it's definitely going to end in a settlement.
No, as long as he still hurts, as long as he still suffers for it,
it'll definitely end in a settlement.
Yeah.
But I feel as though, like, this is
Dakota.
Like, and that's why I feel like there is some extortion there. But even if there is some extortion, like, because I believe 100%, I feel like this is extortion. However, I do hope that she does get paid, even if it's like $2 million.
That's what you get for being a dumbass, Dakota.
Yeah, like
Right.
like
That's
stay
what
away
you
from
get
the
for
strip
being
club.
dumb. You fucking deserve it.
Like, even if it's just $2 million,
to
make that young lady rich. I don't care. She'll go do it again.
Right.
It's okay. Like, it's gonna happen again. She's gonna.
Because she was a dumbass,
That's
and
just
you
how
should
it
have
is.
known better. You should have.
And they want in team NFL teams, NBA teams, they have people that actually tell you don't go doing shit like this. But people choose to go. They choose to take go on the advice of their own personal representation instead of like completely like saying, I don't care what they said, I'm gonna do this because my representation has my back more than they do. And that is not always true, because the Cowboys organization, they know that if you get in trouble, I may lose a big part of my organization. So yeah, when you have people in an organization that are like this important, then you're gonna have people that are gonna be like, hey, Dak, what's going on? And I wonder what the Dallas Cowboys are doing in this process, because knowing that how dire this is, they might be, and I would not be surprised if they're like, hey, just pay a settlement.
Yeah.
I mean, because know, there's no way there's going to be $100 million. A judge is going to look at that.
The Cowboys, the highest grossing team outside, the most expensive team outside of the Yankees in professional sports.
Right.
He's the
no judge is
going
to. Yeah.
There's no way that this isn't going to end in a settlement. There's no way.
Yeah, there's no way. And
like,
and she's not even. She's going to get like
get rid of it, wipe it clean. They're just going to like pay it off and it's gone.
Yeah.
Jerry might
like,
even come out of his pocket just to get rid of her.
Yeah, and the settlement's only like she's asking for $100 million. I think the settlement is going to be like $2 million at the highest. She might even walk away with $150,000.
It's like, here's $400,000 in 50-yard line seats.
Right, get out of here. And that's just, it's just crazy. Like that people even put themselves in these situations, and it's like, NFL, talk to these people. Like, really get like these people. It's like these people. They don't.
do.
Well, yeah, they do, but obviously they're going on the council of their own representation.
These people, they just ain't listening, or they think they know better. You know how young people are. They know better.
It's like you have union reps, a union rep. I'm sure a union, somebody in he's got somebody in the organization like, dude, what the hell did we tell you?
I mean, like, you got I remember, 25-year-old NBA players making babies with women that's damn near 40 plus. They just trying to get the fucking, get to seal the bag. That's what they trying to do off these players, and all these members just falling for it left and right. Just falling for it Like, come on. And we know they got people coming out talking to him about it because it's been happening since time immemorial that these motherfuckers been getting hustled by the opposite sex.
Actually, it's so crazy because I've actually had people come. I've heard of people coming in to universities when players are like making money from universities. Say, hey, stay away from these people because there are actually females out here that will get pregnant by you and sue the shit out of you. And like you're not even in the end. If they get wind that you're going to go to the pros, like you start talking, you start hearing conversations. Like what's this guy? What the guy name is? The dude that puts mayo in his coffee. The Titans quarterback, Will Levis. His girlfriend, nobody. That draft day comes, she knew what she was doing. 100% knew what she was doing. As soon as he had a good game, end it. She broke up with him. Got a McDonald's bag. She got the bag. She got a deal with McDonald's or Burger King. The girl got a bag.
Ladies, get yours. That's the lesson. Men, stop being stupid enough to fall for it.
Right. And I'm gonna say this. I'm not against nobody getting their bag. I'm not against anybody getting their bag. But men, don't get used. Like if you're gonna get used, at least get your bag out of it. Because I don't care.
Don't get used that bad. Where it's costing you 18, 25 years later. You still suffering for it. Right.
Because if you having my kid, you're gonna be paying me child support because that kid's coming with me. Like the fuck you mean? Like you're Drea Michelle. You know what you do. And that's another thing right there. I don't mean to defame anybody's character. I'm not defaming her because I think she's a beautiful woman because she's like 10 years older than me.
Who?
She's beautiful. She could probably still do whatever it is that she does. The woman that he got pregnant, the basketball player got pregnant.
Oh,
that's her name. Her name was Drea Michelle.
Go on.
She was on one of those hip hop.
Oh, her. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, if you're gonna do, be smart. Like, know who the heck. Like, I would have never done that because I know who she is. Like, I watch TV. I know who she is. I'm going the route. See, me, if I was in that position, I'm going the route of Giannis. You know, Giannis. He wifed somebody who worked for the Sixers. She was like a towel girl or something. He married her.
Shout out to towel girls. Keeping the floor dry.
None of these problems. That girl loved him for him. She loved him. She loved him for him. He loved her for her. Y'all don't know who she is. Y'all can't start no drama on it. Yes, she's staying in her lane. Like, listen, y'all will never know who my wife is. And that's where it's gonna stay. But
I ain't gonna know shit about me. You see my face.
Regardless,
I stay incognito.
Gotta make better decisions. Which I think this is what this episode is gonna be called.
Well, at least put it in a way that people will want to look at it because they don't, people. Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah.
What's next?
And to continue on the topic of people making better decisions and the leagues making better decisions, gambling. This is still a problem. Why? I don't know why. Gambling. Why is this still a problem, Boulevard? Why?
I don't know. I mean, we all heard the story. It's about Jontay Porter, brother of Michael Porter. Well, apparently he placed 13 bets. The smallest was 15. The largest was 22,000. And he walked away with net winnings of about 21,965. So basically, even with the 22,000, that was his larger bet, which I have thoughts on. He probably just, rolled it back, let it ride. That's what I think happened. But he never bet on games he played, but he did bet on the Raptors to lose. That's kind of fucked up, but it's hilarious. Did you ever bet on your team to lose?
No. See, I'm not betting on the sport that I'm playing in. just to be safe. But if I am gonna bet, and I said this when we talked gambling on the podcast when we were still on Spotify, where we're just audio only. We did talk about this, and I said, if you're gonna gamble and you know you can't gamble, use somebody else's phone. If they're gonna track it to your little cousin Ray Ray, they're gonna track it that little cousin Ray Ray was gambling. Where little cousin Ray Ray get the money?
Let me drop something on top of this. And that way, when you get caught, you can say your interpreter did it. Continue.
Like 100%. Like I'm not doing like it's just wait. Like if you're gonna do dumb shit, find a better way to do it so you don't get in trouble. Or like if you're a star player, don't drive. Let somebody else drive for you. Like why are you driving anyway? Why are you driving? Go take a nap. Let little cousin Ray Ray drive. You let little cousin Ray Ray go to the strip club for you. Wink, wink. You let little cousin Ray Ray drive when you've been drinking.
Shout out to cousin Ray Ray.
You let little cousin Ray Ray play DraftKings with you. And speaking on DraftKings, I know that Boulevard has something he wants to talk about it with, like, and at the end of the day, grown men want to gamble. If grown men going to gamble, let them gamble. If they gamble on their own team, so what? Don't fight them. Tell the team to cut them, or let the team deal with it.
There's got to be a compromise. Yeah, there's got to be a compromise because
Oh, before you get into it, let me just finish my thought. Mm-hmm. If a player decides to bet on his own team, the league should just shut the hell up and let the team handle it. Let the owner say something to him, because if a player slaps the owner, is the league gonna say, "Hey, fine him, suspend him"? We're gonna suspend him. No, mind your fucking business, Goodell, Adam Silver, or whoever the hell else. Mind your fucking business. You ain't out here. You wasn't with me shooting in the gym. Shut up. Let my GM or my manager say something to me. If they not mad, why you mad? Like if I'm playing for the Pistons and I bet the Pistons lose at least 40 games this year, and I'm like sitting on the east side of the bench, and I bet that they're gonna lose 40 games and we lose 60. Bet. I just made some money. I'm gonna share that with the winners with the team. That's a come up for me. It's a come up for the team. If my GM, my owner, mad about it, let him say something to me. Shut the fuck up. Why are you tracking my phone, bitch? Get off my phone. I'm sorry for so much.
Why are you tracking my phone, bitch?
Why are you tracking my shit? DraftKings, y'all some pussies if y'all told them that I was playing. It wasn't me. It was my nephew. He said he wanted to play games on my phone. I don't know how we ended up on DraftKings.
Yes, he did.
I don't know. He said, GQ, can I play on your phone? I was like, here, you can play games on my phone. Next thing you know, it was like, you just broke. You just got $80 from a bet for the team. You just shot 0 for 15 and your team lost. You just made bet. Like, listen, I knew I was going to go out there and not hit the money line. I bet I wasn't going to hit the money line or whatever. I don't know anything about gambling, but go ahead.
Here's where I will draw the line. You can't bet on you can't bet on games you're in, like you're involved in. If you actually have an actual benefit from that game, even if you don't play in it, but it is, you can't bet on it.
Well,
that's it. Just don't bet on your own team. Like that's too far, because then you can actually manipulate that, but you can't really manipulate what's going on. Say if Minnesota is playing to Portland and you're on the Celtics, you can't manipulate that game too much. That's how you say, I'll give you a cut. But they're making far too much money already, and you maybe limit the number that you can bet to way below 20,000. Say $5,000 tops. That way, nothing's really at stake there. Like win or lose, there's nothing really at stake because the average NBA player isn't going to miss $5,000 or be happy at, just limit the number. That way it doesn't affect anything on the field. Yeah,
Let me ask you this: if if I let my little cousin Ray Ray's friend's baby mama bet that I'm gonna score under 18 points on this game and go 0 for 8 for threes, and I actually on purpose go out there and just throw a bunch of bricks at the thing,
you won't.
but
make
I
it
didn't
through
make the
game.
bet. I didn't make the bet. That was my little cousin Ray Ray's baby mama. That wasn't me. I didn't do it. I just gave him the
And
money.
no one would buy that shit. Humans
No,
ain't
they
that
wouldn't.
damn stupid. We stupid, but we ain't that stupid.
They don't know her. Why y'all messing with little cousin Ray Ray, baby mama's nephew's cousin's auntie?
I mean, if they're making money to a fourth party or some shit, that's ain't worth searching that damn hard. Unless it's actually affecting the games, like actually affecting the games, then nah.
Listen, you can go out there and bet on me to not score, and I bet you will win every time. You can't bet on
this college. You shouldn't be able to bet on college.
You shouldn't be able to bet on, because I know that they did this a few years ago. They put the bets out for WWE was going to start putting their stuff on DraftKings, and I was like, they do that shit.
That's how Vince made his money back.
You can't do that if it's scripted. If it's scripted, or if there's like,
will The Rock be at WrestleMania? Hell yes.
Yes,
this is such good shit.
Which is funny that you bring that up. I know you had some topics, so I'm gonna let you finish with the whole gambling because you actually brought up the topic, and
I'm done with it. I'm done with gambling.
Oh, okay.
They just need to figure out a way to where people aren't throwing their careers away for winning $21,000. You know, I mean, once he got to his second contract, that would be like 100th of it. Of what he.
But here's my thing: how did they know it was him?
Probably stupid about it.
Like, if I tell my brother, if I say, bro, take this $100,000, go bet it. I don't care what you bet it on, just go bet it. I don't care.
Horses. Immediately
this is your money, right? This is your money. You go bet it. This is a gift from me to you. My brother go out and make his bet. Why am I going to get in trouble with it? Like, why are you tying my name to that?
That whole thing on a horse named Crank That Soldier Boy, and I'm gonna blow that shit.
Absolutely, you do what you want. Like, why am I? Because I'm gonna be in there and I'm gonna hold on to it. I'm like, listen, I ain't do it. I gave the money to Yan, and Yan did what Yan did with the money. Why you coming at me? Why am I getting suspended? All right, I'm gonna sue the shit out you. I'm gonna pull a Dak Prescott's accuser on you. Adam Silver touched me.
Extort him?
Yeah, he touched me.
That's the key. Got the extortion. So you want to get into Devontae's contract extension yet?
We could talk about that and then we could cut it. But before we get into it, because you brought it up, and I had to bring it up because WrestleMania. Word on the street was that the WWE was in negotiations with Stone Cold to come in and do the damn thing to The Rock when he was about to hit Cody with the belt. However, negotiations fell through, and then Sunday morning they called the Undertaker, and Undertaker was like, I guess I'm not doing shit. I'm already here.
Right.
And that's how that happened. Yeah, that's how that happened. But
that makes sense. That's very WWE of them to pull something out their ass at the last minute. Sounds about right.
But let's go ahead and finish this out with Devontae Smith. We're going to finish it out on a good note. A good decision. Howie Roseman paid the Reaper. He paid the Slim Reaper for 3 years, 75 million.
I believe so. with 51
We
guaranteed. I think.
with out of that 51 million guaranteed, which is I think is big, it's major. I love it because you have to preserve the greatness of your team. And like I remember there was a post I saw on Twitter, and the guy said the Eagles went out, paid their QB1, paid their wide receiver 1 and 2, paid their tight end, paid their left tackle, and their left guard. And they did do some money. They gave this play with the money a little bit for Lane, for their right tackle. Why is it that we hear so often that we can't make this money happen, but the Eagles managed to make it happen? Now, this is why I say, now we may disagree, but I feel as though Howie Roseman has proven that he's able to do certain things that some GMs, some money managers in the league don't have the heart or have the tenacity to try to do. And I think that's like one of the good things for on Howie. I mean, because I think he makes some shitty decisions when it comes to player evaluation and selection. However, I feel as though this is one of those things I like about Howie. However, that's not the point. The point is, why is it that people could say that you can't do it? It's too you can't do it. It's impossible to pay your quarterback and make other people like you can't pay the quarterback and pay your skill players when the Eagles just showed you that you can.
Yeah.
Do you have anything on that?
Howie's always been a cap wonderkind. That's what they would say. That was the word, wonderkind. Okay, so with that said, I'm not surprised that he pulled it off the way he did, where he's got, like, I mean, both of the top wide receivers are making 12. You got the tight end, left guard, and the right tackle, all making over 20 million, which is insane. But I mean, it came at a sacrifice, as you saw. Like, we didn't have that much going on defensively. Still safe to say that we still don't have much going on defensively. I mean, with the additions and subtractions from free agency, my hopes still aren't especially. I mean, I'm not geeking out over what we got defensively. So, I mean, there's been a sacrifice. That said, the days of defense win championships, that's not a thing anymore. That really hasn't been a thing in a long time. You've won a top 10 defense, but that's about as far as you'd really need is a top 10 defense if you're out there with an offense like this. You know, you need weapons at every position now because it's all about the offense. It's all about the quarterback, the zone run, throwing the ball. Like, just throw, it's more air it out and see what happens. So it's wiser today to blow it on wide receivers instead of really spending $30 million on a rush linebacker. It's safer to spend it across the board on offense because that rush linebacker will only affect a few plays. But if you put enough out there offensively, then yeah, you'll have weapons and you'll be solid offensively, and other teams will struggle to stop you.
Yeah.
So I mean, I give Howie his props for pulling it off, but I'm not convinced we're going to even have a top 20 defense this year. So, and that's sincere as fuck. I don't think we're going to have a top 20 defense. Like, what's out there is young, and it didn't look good for the most part. It was like, oh, Brandon Graham's still there. I know, and he's old as fuck. He's not going to do much. There's not
he's
much
just
there.
A locker room.
Just accept it. It's not going to be a good defense this year, barring a lot of hits in the draft, and hopefully the young players take that big step forward. But I don't have much hope for that defense. So,
well, I hear that.
Wins championships. Look at the past few years. It's all been about like having a top quarterback.
Yeah.
Having a strong receiver on the outside, except for last year, which is, just the system. So, and they had a top 10 defense.
Well. Decisions. Now, if you happen to make the decision to stick around, you got to hear some good stuff. And if you happen to be one of the people that stuck around, I hope you hit the like button. And if you're not a subscriber, I hope you already subscribed.
Also, you wanted a half-hour episode.
Yeah. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say this to you all. We can't all be starters, but the Boulevardian of the Galaxy has one thing that he would love to say to you.
Hit the bench.